Hi, welcome back. It's Laura Hyperstamper. Yep, it's Christmas journal time. I've just put together this amazing antique junk journal. I used a very old book as the base, but it was plain. And I really love doing blue Christmas journals. So I picked this beautiful postcard and I added it so that you could remove it, and it's on top of antique lace here, and then I've got vintage crochet here, or I'm not sure what you call that. It was, I think, a table runner, and then this vintage scarf piece here, and I've got my vintage beads all laced down the side, and I love it. But this is the pièce de résistance, and this is a postcard from 1905. It's the oldest Christmas card I think I have. And it is in such good condition. Look at it, it's beautiful. And down here it says, directing Santa Claus, the little angel is showing Santa the way to go. I've used these vintage corner clasps here so that you can keep that or take it off however you want to use, but I did not want to glue it down because the back is so precious. So let me take you on a little tour before I put it in my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And a reminder that every single page of the 4 signatures I have in here is authentic, antique, and vintage Christmas themed ephemera, and you're going to love this. This little piece here I actually found, it fell out of a book. It was a botanicals book, but it's little teeny tiny pine cones, and it's got to be 100 years old. So that's pretty cool. I hope it survives. I've glued it down fairly well. It's a vintage song here. Oh, this is a plate that came out of a 1920s book here, and it says, "Before Christmas, a scene in a toy shop." Just lovely. So I've attached that there. Some vintage wrapping paper. Now, I wanted to show you something. I've showed this book a lot. It's a giant book from 1905. And when I was going through it, I put a little post-it note here. I came across this page here, and here was a cutout Santa head. And I've got the feeling it is from that era. It looks like it might have been on an old newspaper, but somebody cut it out. And how I know it's been here a long time is, can you see here the foxing from where it was? And on both sides, so it was discolored there. And I'm going to put that in this journal because it has the Santa Claus cover. So bear with me, and I'm going to do this in real time because it's so special. I'm going to give it some good glue here. And what I do is I run my finger along it so that it flattens so I don't have little glue bumps. And I'm going to put that right here, because I just think that is so precious and special. So there you go. The person who owns this journal now knows the history behind this little Santa Claus. Isn't that great? Oh, I love it. This came from early 1900s, actually. Oh, hi, Lacey. Lacey wants to come and play with the pine cones. They're all over my house. She bats them around. This came from a 1950s magazine. It's just a nice little turkey dinner. Isn't that fun? I love it. And then this here is a beautiful, another postcard. And this one is, I thought there was a date on this one. Nope, it is definitely pre-1910. So that's going to live in this little pocket. And in this pocket, with the pretty little children's book page here, we have from a 1940s needlework magazine, how to make little Christmas dolls and decorations. And I just love this old sewing machine on the back. Isn't that awesome? So that's kind of a fun piece there. Another very early 1900s children's book page, Raggedy Ann story with Santa Claus. And I found this in a lot of my children's books. They take a pencil and I got glue on my fingers. They outline things in the picture, and I don't know why. I should look that up, why they did that. I put a pocket here, which I'm going to stuff something special in here for the owner of the journal, so that'll be a surprise. And it's just got these 2 little girls, and this is from a 1930s book, and they are stuffing their big long stockings. Isn't that wonderful? This is a vintage bird book page, and I picked it because it's this beautiful winter scene here. And then this, because it had some red on the top, was a book cover that didn't survive. And so I made it into a journaling tag, and that's on top of this Raggedy Ann story, Santa and Raggedy Ann story. Thank you for your tale there, Lacey. Thank you. This is another children's book page about Christmas. And then here's a nice journaling page on antique paper. That came from a children's book. And this is very old. This is from 1905, from that Girl's Own. And it is a Norwegian folklore, and there is Kris Kringle there. Isn't that great? Oh, I love it. Santa had many names: Saint Nick, Kris Kringle, Santa. Another vintage Christmas song here. This is from the 1930s children's book. Just a really great story about a snowman, so I put antique paper on the back. Another Christmas story here and here. Just a fun cluster. This is from a vintage Christmas book, and then this here is lovely. And we think that this is from about the 1940s. And when I say we, my friend gave it to me, and it came from her family's Christmas box of treasures. So I love it. Christmas Carol, The Romance of a Christmas Carol. I used this vintage pattern paper because it's red and green. Fun! And then this is, look at this, want to be a practical nurse? You can do that from a magazine ad, you know. But this is a Christmas card advertisement selling Christmas cards for extra money. It's a 1961 Family Circle magazine cover. So 63 years old there. And there's that Christmas card, How to Make Money. And over here, this is a vintage, probably from about the 70s, Santa's Village, and that is in my province. And every summer, I used to take my kids up there, drive 4 hours to see Santa on a hot day. It's pretty cool. And this is just a lovely little story or poem song for children from the early 1900s. I stamped this here, St. Nicholas. And this came from a spine also of a Christmas book that was in terrible shape, so I couldn't save it. But I pulled the spine off and used the inside pages. And here's another early 1900s page here. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Those are Edwardian. This is from the Edwardian era, actually, 1905. And then down here is a Christmas thought. Look at that beautiful holly. It's funny how after hundreds of years, we still have these traditions, right? I just love it. We've got some beautiful Christmas botanical pine cones, pines, fir trees, another early 1900s image there. This came from the 1800s, 1895. Extra Christmas part. And then we've got a hockey game here. That's from the 20s. This beautiful, look at this. Snow babies in Scandinavia. I love this plate. It is fantastic. And that is from this is from the 1920s. 1927, I believe. And then a little Christmas story here. This is a vintage playing card. Ladies skating on the canal. And then this is a beautiful, because I always think of deers at Christmas. I love Christmas deers, so I slipped that in there as well. And again, another Christmas page here and here. Another Christmas card, Romance of the Christmas card page here. Beautiful winter scene, more botanical pine cone. And then this I saved because even though it is not a Christmas page, it was a Christmas gift. So this went to Wayne Sallows, Christmas 1954 from M. Mount. I just thought that was sweet because that was a Christmas present. To get a book was pretty special. And this is from A Wonderful Story, The Christmas Robin. You'll see another picture of that coming up. A 1968 Christmas Seals. Home for Christmas again. Beautiful little story there. Another fun 1920s children's book page here, full color. This came from a 1959 magazine. We've got Old St. Nicholas here. And then a Mexican Christmas down here. This came from 1884 book. A poem by William Shakespeare, Winter. Gorgeous, gorgeous image there. And then these came from my flinch. Pull that off. Gotta get my little flint box here. Flinch. Isn't that fun? From the 1920s. I love it. So I pulled 2 and 5 for December 25th. Little pocket there from Christmas Stories, Home for Christmas. And then there's that Christmas Robin page there. You can see the 2 little robins in the back. Very precious vintage book. And that's it. I hope you love it as much as I love making it. I have about 4 more Christmas journals coming out in October, but this one's up for grabs. So don't forget to subscribe and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.